David, 32, is in the nursery, cradling baby Noah while humming a lullaby. The soft glow of a nightlight casts a warm hue over the room. Lily, 30, watches from the doorway, smiling. David, life was simple. It was good. I had a wife who loved me, a son who was my world, and a future I didn't question. But life isn't always what it seems. David places Noah in his crib, kisses him on the forehead, and quietly steps out. In the kitchen, his phone buzzes on the counter. It's a message from his brother, Ryan. We need to talk. It's about Noah. David frowns, picks up his phone, and texts back. Tomorrow. David meets his brother Ryan, 30, at a park. Ryan paces nervously while David sits on a bench, bouncing Noah on his knee. David, what's so urgent, Ryan? You look like you haven't slept. Ryan, taking a deep breath. David, there's no easy way to say this. Noah might be mine. David freezes. The world around him seems to blur as he processes the words. David, slowly. What the hell are you talking about? Ryan, it happened before you got married. Lily and I, it was one night. I thought it was over, but when I saw Noah. David, cutting him off, furious. You slept with my wife? Ryan, it was a mistake, David. I swear I didn't know until I saw his birthmark. David stands abruptly, clutching Noah protectively. David, stay away from us. Don't come near my family again. He storms off, leaving Ryan standing alone, guilt etched on his face. David bursts into the house, his face a mask of rage. Lily is in the kitchen chopping vegetables. She looks up, startled. David, is Noah mine? Lily, freezing. David, don't lie to me. Ryan told me everything. Lily, voice trembling. It was a mistake, David. It happened before we were married, and I didn't think it mattered. David, didn't think it mattered? You let me fall in love with him, with this life, and you weren't sure if it was real. Noah starts crying upstairs. David hesitates, torn between his anger and his love for the child. Finally, he storms upstairs to comfort Noah, leaving Lily sobbing in the kitchen. David visits his parents, Anne and Richard, and tells them everything. They sit in stunned silence in the family living room. Anne, to David, shocked. How could Lily do this to you? Richard, angrily, and Ryan, his own brother. David, sighing. I don't know what to do. Noah's my son in every way that matters, but if he's Ryan's… Anne, teary-eyed. No child should have to grow up in this mess. Richard, grimly. You need to get answers, David. David nods, the weight of his decision heavy on his shoulders. A week later, the DNA results arrive. David sits at the kitchen table, staring at the unopened envelope. Lily stands nearby, biting her nails. Lily, David, whatever it says, we can get through this. David, quietly, I don't know if I can. He opens the envelope. His hands tremble as he reads the results. Lily watches, tears streaming down her face. David, whispering, he's not mine. Lily collapses into a chair, sobbing. David stands, his face blank with shock and heartbreak. David files for divorce. The proceedings are messy and emotionally charged. In a courthouse conference room, David and Lily sit across from each other with their lawyers. Lily pleading. David, don't do this. Noah needs you. David, voice breaking. Noah deserves the truth. I'll still be in his life, but I can't stay in this marriage. Lily breaks down, while David remains resolute. Months later, David meets Emily, 31, at a volunteer event. She's a nurse with a warm smile and a quick wit. They bond over their shared love of helping others. Emily, teasing, you're not bad with a hammer. Maybe you missed your calling. David, smiling, let's just say I'm better with people than with tools. Their connection deepens over time, and they begin dating. David finally feels like he's rebuilding his life. A year later, Emily surprises David with the news that she's pregnant. They celebrate with close friends and family, including David's parents. For the first time in a long time, David feels hope. David, after everything, I finally felt like I was moving forward. A year later, Emily surprises David with the news that she's pregnant. They celebrate with close friends and family, including David's parents. For the first time in a long time, David feels hope. David, After everything, I finally felt like I was moving forward. Emily overhears Lily's plea and confronts her in the driveway. Emily, furious, "You've already taken enough from him. Leave us alone." Lily, smirking, "You think you've won, don't you? David might be with you now, but he'll always feel responsible for me and Noah." Emily glares at her, determined not to back down. Emily, "David's moved on, Lily. It's time you did too." Lily storms off, but her words leave Emily shaken. Ryan unexpectedly shows up at David's house. He looks remorseful and nervous. Ryan, "David, I've been a coward. I need to step up for Noah." David, coldly, "It's about time." Ryan begins rebuilding his relationship with Noah, taking responsibility for his actions. Slowly, David starts to forgive him, though their bond is forever changed. Emily gives birth to a baby girl, Grace. David holds her in his arms, tears streaming down his face as Emily smiles at him. David, life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes it shatters into pieces, and you're left to rebuild. But from those broken pieces, something new can grow.